How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. And if you guys have, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. If you guys would also please head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week, whether it's for Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, Destiny 2, or anything else you guys suggest for me to stream over there. And if you guys also have any movies or shows you guys want me to watch and review here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll get to those for you guys as soon as possible, because I'm always open to suggestions, and this is one of the suggestions in the box to watch and review. Of course, this is recommended by my good friend Mike, and if you're watching this, Mike, thank you for making me watch this boring and really bad movie. Don't watch this movie, guys. The Blues Brothers from 1980 is rated R, and it's 2 hours and 13 minutes long, and honestly, this movie felt like a 4-hour movie. This movie just drags on and on and on, and I was like half an hour in, and I was ready to quit watching this film. Honestly, I could not understand, and I still don't understand, why people are hyped with this movie. Why do people like this movie so much? I've talked to friends and family members, and they like the film a lot, and I've asked them, why do you like this movie so much? Seriously, this movie is just overhyped. So if you guys care about ever watching this movie, it is $4 to rent, $15 to buy on average. Of course, you guys get this on Blu-ray, DVD, and other digital outlets. And this film follows the characters of these two brothers that are trying to save an orphanage where they grew up by playing in a band and getting the band back together. And that's basically the first hour and 15 minutes of the film. It's them trying to get the band back together. And then they do this concert that lasts all of 10 to 15 minutes, and then they leave, and things happen, and then the entire band goes back to prison. I don't know what was going on in this movie. I was completely confused as to who I should and who I should not care about. I was confused on the plots. I was confused as to, should I be invested in this film? Because I didn't feel invested. I felt like I was watching a series of events taking place with characters in them, but the characters not really caring. I didn't care about anything happening on screen. It was cool to see Carrie Fisher in the movie as this really weird character. It was cool to see Carrie Fisher in the film. Now, something that a lot of people have asked me is this a good comedy movie? No, not really. There's nothing really funny in this film. Is the action good? Yeah, there's a pretty cool car chase scene in the movie through a mall. It's fun action. It's dumb fun action. But that's about it. The actors do play off of each other greatly. The film can feel natural at times because of that aspect. The blues soundtrack, great. They do kind of like beat a dead horse when it comes to certain songs, or they're just playing certain songs over and over again. And the finale concert that they do play at, where all the police are trying to get them, and this other band is there trying to get them, I thought that was really well done. It was cool. It was epic. Unfortunately, it just takes forever to get to these epic concert-like moments, to get to these musical numbers. That's one thing I'm confused about in this film. Is it supposed to be a drama with musical numbers? Is it supposed to be an action film, or is it supposed to be a comedy? Because I honestly just could not tell. I struggled greatly. Negative-wise, I have a lot that I could say about this movie. Unfortunately, I don't want this review to be like an hour long, so I'm going to try to condense all the negativity that I have for this movie in about 5 minutes. First of all, the guns in this movie make sci-fi laser sounds. They're not making bullet sounds. I don't understand why they couldn't just like use blank rounds or actually use some bullets and it make sound effects that actually made sense. I don't want to hear this rackety noise that sounds like a sci-fi laser being shot off by the Enterprise. I don't get why I'm making I don't want to hear laser sounds coming out of an M16, okay? um, there is also just way too many over-the-top moments, especially the finale, which I will dive into a little more later on. But the finale is just way over the top, where you not only have the police, you have SWAT, and you have the military with Shermans and choppers, and I'm just like, all of this for two guys. It's over the top, especially the finale. The film is just convoluted, and at times like I said earlier, I didn't care about characters. I'm like, why should I be caring about these brothers doing what they're doing? I didn't have any motivation to actually care if they succeeded or failed at their objective to save the orphanage. I didn't care. I'm sorry, I did not care. It also takes way too long for the plot to start up and to understand at some base level as to what is going on with the characters, especially the Blues Brothers. It takes the first 25 minutes for the actual plot of the movie to get going. Like, I understand, like, it's taking place in the middle of these brothers' lives, but I'm like, okay, establish what they're doing, why they're doing it, where they're doing it, and how they're going to accomplish it, or possibly fail at it. And the fact that it takes 25 minutes at least for that to actually be established is just annoying, and it just takes too long. And like I said, this movie's 2 hours and 13 minutes long. If your setup is going to take 1/4 of the movie, you have a really bad writing problem. This film also, like I said, is rated R, so there is a bunch of language, especially towards the beginning of the film. It's not so bad as the film goes on, but there is a bunch of language at the beginning within the first 30 minutes. The dancing in the church scene I thought was really awkward and went on for way too long, and it will probably upset some people because it dives into some religious things that it's going to piss some people off, so do be aware and conscious of that if you end up watching the movie. The movie, like I said, also is just way too long. This should have been like an hour and 40 minutes. That would have been a perfect runtime. There's just a bunch of stuff that happened in this movie that you could have easily shaved off an easy 30 minutes of the film. It would have been a much better story and a much better, beginning, middle, and end. Like I said, the fact that it takes 25 minutes to get to the actual main plot is just ridiculous. They could have cut out a lot of the beginning, the middle, and end plot. And because the movie is just way too long, it leads to a lot of slow parts, and it can lead to a lot of boredom. I honestly got to a point where I'm like, I was checking the time, and when it said I was only 45 minutes in this movie, I thought, I was at least towards the end, 2 hours in, at least. I'm like, this is just a slow burn movie. And like, I enjoy slow burn films. There are a lot of movies that are slow burn films, but there's something about the world and the characters and the plot and the atmosphere and the environment that these films are in. Like The Sound of Music, that is a very slow movie, but it's got enough character development and plot that it's like it's moving along. This movie, I'm just like, there's only so much you can do with a car driving down the highway before you're like, okay, I'm bored to death. Like, give me something to be invested in. And there's nothing in this movie to invest you and to hook you and to keep you engaged. There's nothing engaging in this film that makes you actually want to see the conclusion. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was requested to watch this movie, I would not have finished this film. I'm sorry, Mike, and anyone else that's a big fan of this film. I was not invested, and I didn't really care to see how it ended. As a general moviegoer, I just didn't care. Last two things. Like I said, the ending is extremely over the top. It's extremely stupid. The fact that they're using this much force to hunt down two brothers that ran a red light and disobeyed the police officer's orders to step out of the vehicle. The amount of force and this manhunt thing going on in this movie is just ridiculous. I know it's supposed to be funny and absurd, but it's awkward, stupid, and dumb. It's completely unnecessary. Like, why don't you just have the police hunt them down? I don't understand the military and the SWAT being used in this film. And because of the over-the-top nonsense that happens in the finale, the film also has a very unsatisfying conclusion. and I have no desire to watch the sequel or anything else that's related to the Blues Brothers franchise. I don't care. Watch this movie maybe once if you're completely bored and you have nothing else to do, and you've never seen the movie and you just want to check it out. $3 to rent it. It's perfectly fine. I can't say buy this movie at all. It's watch once and done, and I'm going to easily forget this movie in T-minus 1 day. So with that, I'm going to give the Blues Brothers from 1980 a 3 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Look forward to the next video or stream here on the channel or on Twitch at Douglas447. Have a good one, guys.